This is Dabu7 with an earthquake update. Here recently we had a pretty good quake, a 5.3 magnitude quake strike off the coast of Los Angeles. This is one that had ruffled some feathers. Literally, there was a bald eagle cam that caught the action as the quake hit and started to rock everything. The bird had to fly off and then eventually came back, but it showed that the quake shook things up in the region. It was definitely felt. Other people reporting it. Not a lot of damage, thankfully. But you can see the quake swarm continues in a state where they are always anticipating that big one at any time. Now, we've talked about what happens when quakes don't hit for some time, like off the Juan de Fuca. This whole plate out here that goes silent for some time. As that energy builds and then it releases a quake, sometimes they can be fairly large, and that's what brings a tsunami threat to this region up here. Now, I've talked about the Cascadia, San Andreas, and how this fault runs all the way down here to the Salton Sea and then starts to break apart and then starts again. But the Salton Sea is a key area to watch. A lot of times when they show this thing unzipping, they show it starting down here in this region and heading northwest and then growing, amplifying as it goes through here till it hits its peak. But as far as the West Coast goes, I mean, that's the most recent activity. And you can see here outside of Yellowstone, they're listing a 2.5. And we had some recent quake activity here. New Madrid, Arkansas, this time Blytheville. Here a little over an hour ago. And this has become a constant anymore. This 2 to 3 range earthquakes popping up in this region. Here recently, we also just had a quake in Pennsylvania. And if we scroll down here and we take a look at the depth, the one that just hit Oklahoma here was very shallow, only 5 kilometers deep in terms of the depth here. We can see this one, 4.6. I believe they had this initially around a 5-pointer. They downgraded it, but very shallow, strong quake in this region, felt by locals. And it just goes to show that the quakes continue to pop off with pretty good magnitude in Oklahoma. Now, we've been seeing quakes across the United States, down here, Guatemala, Nicaragua, the normal swarming in the islands, nothing major. But here in the past couple of days, we've also seen some activity on the ridgeline through here. As we were witnessing that, there looked to be an uptick in activity down here, and then that's when we saw the activity up there in Pennsylvania as well. But that is a look at some of the most recent earthquake activity. Globally, not much happening, but I will continue to update as we see more action. I'll leave a link below. It's been Dabu7.